So here's a pretty cool feature in Project Zomboid. I'm not sure when they added it. I think they added it with the first 42 build. And I don't have a name for it, so I'm going to call it Procedural Decay. Okay, so I just arrived at his house, and I destroyed a window to climb into it. And you can see here it's grown over, but it wasn't open before. So as a player, I never came across this house. So I notice it's completely pristine. Like everything's clean, nothing's broken, nobody was in here. And I played it a single player game, so I don't play multiplayer. And the cool thing is in this game is if buildings are breached or not completely locked from access, I think the game has some type of procedural system where it slowly decays what's inside. Okay, now I'm a bit further away. I just found this small trailer park. And this whole video takes place about 6 months after the game starts. And notice this building here is overgrown, but on the inside hasn't been breached yet. You can see through the window, everything's still pristine. Like there's nothing lying around on the ground. Nothing's broken. Okay, now I'm going to check the two other buildings. Notice here that door is broken. And the location of this is somewhere here. And I've never been to this area before. I knew this road. I drove down this road before, but I've never been to this area. So I didn't edit anything. It's just the game, I think, procedurally changing. Now you can see here that doors open. Some doors are breached. And notice some of the trash lying around. And I think it's not just procedurally putting trash on the ground. I think it's also checking what's in the containers in the proximity and moving it out. Like somebody went to that place and cleaned out the place and threw stuff on the ground. See the plate on the ground. So it's not just randomly generated trash. And now if we go to this other building. Let's see this one here. The doors are busted open. You see here the shelf and magazines lying on the ground like that. Now, the door being busted open like that, it could be a zombie who just got alerted to you from some distance and tried to break through and got it. But it wouldn't explain the papers lying around like that. You can also see here the box of cereals lying on the ground. Because it's close to kitchens, it probably was in here. So I think the game is a system where it analyzes after some time passes whether a building has been breached by some game system or something else. And then it checks the containers in the buildings and moves some of it on the ground. And I think it's a really cool system because it really makes it feel like you're not the only player in the game world. Because if you play single player, you're technically the only player who interacts with the game world. But with that system, it sort of simulates other people having been there before. And the more time you spend before you visit the building the first time, the more looted and breached it's going to look. And I think it also has a pretty amazing gameplay implication because before the 42 build, the game was still difficult, but you could count on almost... Gotta be careful, it's actually a real play safe, it's not just for video. You could count on almost every building having like 1 or 2 cans of food, so it never really have a difficult game to play. Like after the first month, when the food starts rotting and the electricity fails. But in this patch, the more time you spend before you visit a building, it might not have all the food that you would expect to be in. Like I saw some... I don't want to use cheats to walk there right now because I don't want to reveal the map. I was in this place, I think it's called West Point. And I knew from previous games I played that the food stores would be full of stuff. But I arrived a few months later into this place, on the first time, and almost everything was emptied and thrown on the ground.